Thank y'all for tuning in to another episode of Not Just Girl Talk. I am your host, Ashanti.
And I'm your host, Tiffany.
And welcome back again, and again. Thank y'all for tuning in. Y'all know, already know. You can come over here with me to the couch and get cozy, or you can head over there with Tiffany at the Fully Stocked Bar. It doesn't matter where you go, as long as you tuned in to Not Just Girl Talk. Okay. So before we get started, y'all already know Tiffany gotta let y'all know where to tell a friend and tell a friend and tell a friend about Not Just Girl Talk.
Yes, all of our info is in our bio. And make sure you guys are following us on all social media platforms. IG at not just girl underscore talk. Again, that's IG at not just girl underscore talk. And make sure you guys, if you have not already, told a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend to subscribe to our YouTube channel at Not Just Girl Talk Podcast. Again, that's Not Just Girl Talk Podcast. Make sure you guys are subscribed.
And in that order, it's just like that. And when you subscribe and listen to us, you got to have a beverage in your hand. So, last week Tiffany was drinking on her alcohol. Um,
Yeah.
and and I was on my health kick. Okay. And I'm still on my health kick. However, the week that's been weakened, I had to pull out the Josh. I got the blends, the red blends wine. I normally do the Savon, but I got the red blends, the Josh red wine. So this is what I'll be sipping on today. As you can see, I have a small glass. That way I won't indulge too much. Tiffany, what are you sipping on today?
The same thing, girl. Stella Rosa Black. Last
Okay,
time
you must like that.
I do, and it wasn't finished. So,
Ah,
and it was cool in the refrigerator. I was like, let me just fix me some Stella Rosa Black, and it was actually pretty good. Actually, a friend of mine has brought this over here because Sophie's, she's moving to North Carolina,
yeah,
and
yeah,
she's
yeah.
like, she needs to stay the night because she sold a house a couple of nights. She's like, I'm pretty wide. Come
Bring
on,
it on, girl.
come on. So she, I don't leave no
Ain't
wine.
nothing like a girl
Now she
gathering
gone to
without
North Carolina, and I'm like, well, this was meant for me.
yeah. And ain't nothing like a girl's outing or get together, whatever time it is, with a cocktail or a glass of wine. You can't go wrong with either one of those. Anytime I'm with my friend girls, like we definitely gotta wine it up or cocktail, definitely having it. So Tiffany is gonna let me know what question she got for me today. Cause I don't know. Last week it was a little heavy, so
This
let me stay neutral today. So, what question you got for me?
one is simple.
Okay.
How long do you think a couple should date before becoming official? How long do you think a couple should date before becoming official?
I don't feel like there's a time frame on how long you should date. Like, I'm not one to say a year, 2 year, because I didn't date it and years and years and stuff don't work out. So I don't feel like it's a time frame that you should put on things to be official. I do feel like it's all about the connection that you all have,
Mhm.
the energy that y'all have, the level of communication that you all have. Y'all on the same page, in the same pace. I feel like that is when it's determined because this goes back. What's that show on Netflix? Ultimatum.
Oh,
Well, you. I ain't gonna say you gave an ultimatum, friend. I'm not saying that. I don't think you
yeah.
did
That's
that.
what he tried to say, but
But when people get, she said she didn't get an ultimatum, and I believe her. I believe her. So when people put a time limit on things and you say by this time, this date, this many years, I think it takes away from the organic evolvement of the relationship. So
yeah.
I think there isn't a time frame. It just depends on what you all are comfortable with and what you all establish within the relationship. That's kind of how I feel. You good?
Yeah, girl. So I agree. I will. It depends on like if we're serious. I do think that it depends on age. What do I want? Are we just dating? Am I dating towards marriage? I
Mm-hmm.
don't feel
Mm-hmm.
like I'm gonna date someone for 8 years and things, especially the age I am now. You know what I'm saying? If I
Mm-hmm.
was not married and I'm in my 30s, I know that I want to be married. I know I just am not okay but I think it's
Mm-hmm.
different for everyone. You know, that's
Mm-hmm.
just me.
Mm-hmm.
But I think that everyone is different. You know, I'm
I
not
agree.
gonna sit if I know that I intend on getting married and things like that. I'm not gonna date you for 18 years.
Now that's true. It can become at
You
some
know,
point
yeah.
in a
So what are we
timeline where
doing?
it can become extensive.
Yeah,
But for just to be like, if you don't talk to, if we are not official in 3 years, like when people lay those ultimatums down, like this many years, I want this, I want that. It's nothing wrong with saying what you want. It's nothing wrong with um setting parameters like for yourself. I don't feel like it has to be pushed on the other person. So if you know for yourself that you are not going to date, or you know that you are not going to deal with someone for a certain amount of time, then that's something I think you have established within yourself. And that's a boundary that you keep. It's not for you to push it on the other person, because if they're not ready within the time frame that you set for yourself, then you have to move on. Sometimes I think women, we tend to put our time limits on to our spouse or whomever we're dating.
yeah,
And then that becomes a problem, because now they're like, well, I don't feel like this. Well, I feel like that, you know. And now we got disagreement. Now we all over the place. Whatever we had don't work no more. And then
yeah.
sometimes 9 times out of 10, we're gonna conform to what he wants. 9 times out of 10, the woman is not gonna leave that easy.
Yeah, I mean,
You
if
think?
if
You
you're
think so?
enjoying it, but I also feel like me as a woman, I wouldn't want to limit myself either. So if we just dating, then that means we dating more than one person.
Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah. That's for sure. Right
Um,
now, I'm not dating with
because
any
see,
any
guys can be
expectations.
when they serious about you, they tend to be possessive, or you mine and etc.
Mm,
So now, 9 times out of 10, they don't want you out there dating nobody else. So either you
true.
step up or
Hmm.
and I say all this to say, if that you don't want necessarily marriage, that's not a big deal to you, you don't care,
Hmm.
then that's different. But I'm just saying, for me, I know that I would always probably want to be in a committed marriage. No, I say
And
committed.
right now, where I'm at, of course, y'all know we're in two different places. So right now, I'm in a dating space. Right, I'm truly dating with no. I don't want to. I don't want you to. Don't. Mm-mm. I don't want to be feeling you too hard. I don't want to be getting like. I don't want feelings like that. I don't have any desire to be in a serious relationship. I have no desire to move anything towards marriage. When I say in any capacity, 000, I am definitely in that space. I don't have any desire for that to be in my space currently. Now, can that change? It possibly will change. When? I don't know. Yes, I feel like I am of a particular age, but I'm also of a particular age where I've been in a divorce space.
Yeah,
And I can honestly say now that I've been divorced and now I'm dating, it's totally different from boyfriend, girlfriend breakup to married divorce situation. Because in a breakup from boyfriend girlfriend, I was more like, I'm open to falling in love with somebody, or whatever the case may be. I can maneuver in that space. But now from marriage to divorce, I'm really in the space of hold the brakes, stop, don't pass, go. We're gonna chill right here. We're gonna coast this out, because I ain't trying to move no further. And if you think that's what it is, man, we're gonna have to move on, because this ain't that.
yeah,
So I don't have a time limit. I don't have a time frame. I don't think you should put it. I think it's all about what you want, where you are, and the communication, and where y'all want to go with each other.
yeah. I mean, yeah, you're right. It depends on what y'all want. Where do y'all want to go with each other? Because it can't be
Hmm.
one side at the end of the
Yeah,
day.
it definitely can. So that is our question, Tiffany. That was a good one, girl. That was a good one. I like that. I like that. Y'all let us know how you feel. Is it a time limit? It's not a time limit. That's really a good question. I really like that. So y'all already know we're gonna move on into the plug.
plug for this week is to be okay with apologizing to your children. It's okay to say that when you're wrong, it doesn't make a difference. It doesn't make you weak. Just because you are saying you're apologizing, because we are wrong. We're human as mothers, as parents. It is okay. Like, you just did something wrong, may accuse the child of something just they didn't do, and you figure out you're wrong. It's okay to apologize. It doesn't make you weak, and it shows that you're empathetic and that you're just human. You're not right all the time. Mom and dad are human as well. So that was my plug for this week. Something short and sweet, but I do think it's okay to apologize to our babies when we are wrong, in the wrong. My plug for this week.
Okay, so my plug for the week is parents, make sure that you tell your kids about your failures as much as you tell them about your successes. I feel it's very important for you to let them know the things that you failed in, how you've overcome those things, and the importance of them not going down that path. Because sometimes kids can be like, oh my, you overcame that. You were able to get through that. But giving them the caveat to that, yes, I did. However, this is what I could not do. This is what kind of took a longer time. Give them that information. But also, when your kids see that you did not do so good in something, they don't have so much pressure on themselves to be like the perfect child, get everything right. When they make a mistake, they don't feel so bad about themselves because they know everyone's made mistakes. You yourself have made some mistakes and overcome those. So I think it's very, very, very important for you all to give your kids your successes as well as your failures. An example that I did, I'm tell you what I did. So I showed my kids in my memory book, I got an old report card. Right. Grades, how parents, y'all know how we are. We like, let me see those grades. Why your grades slipping? I know you don't have a C or a D. How you get an F on that? Y'all know how we do. So I showed my kids my old report card. And yes, I had an F. It was a 50 on the final. And my kids said, Mom, you had an F? I said, I sure did. But look at that GPA. The GPA was still popping. But I did not do good on a final. I didn't. Hey, and I failed a class. Matter of fact, it was French. And my friends talked about me when I failed French. So this is my plug to parents. Tell your kids your successes as well as your failures. And I promise you, they will make a world of difference. So that's my plug.
Yeah. This French. Now, everybody takes Spanish in high school. Y'all had to use, as we like a foreign language. I'm going to be different. I'm going to take French. You're like, you're going to be lonely. We take Spanish like normal people.
Oh my God.
This is feels me. Oh God.
I sure did. I was like, I'm gonna be different. I am taking French, y'all. I have always been like that. Like, everybody know what
different goes wrong sometimes. Don't you wish that Spanish is? We need a little Spanish now.
And I still haven't went to France yet. Europe. I'm going. It is on the list. I'm headed there. 20 years later, I'm still gonna make it.
Tell us what's popping in France. Yeah.
Oh my God. They was like, why would you do that? They was so confused. Oh, y'all sure was like, girl, who is taking French? Why are you doing that? Then I failed and they was like, we told you to take Spanish.
Well, I was conjugating my little verbs in Spanish. Like,
oh my God, that was so funny. Woo-wee. But yep, I sure did. But I passed though. And I took French 3. See, I did. They canceled the class, but I took it. I was gonna be in it. Oh my God, y'all. So we're gonna move into our topic of today. And this is a good segue into our topic, red flags. Because Tiffany and them showed me the red flags was there for me not to take French. But I chose, the red flags was there for me not to take French. But I chose to anyway. We do that sometimes.
What we know in French? We
I know they mail C say vendredi. That means thank God it's Friday. Come on,
So
weekend.
you won't have to keep taking this French class. All right.
So these red flags was there. They was flying out at me. My friends saw them, and you know how we are as people. We were like, "Girl, what you talking about? Mm-mm. We don't see none of those signs until you got to start over." So our topic is red flags in dating. What red flags? Oh, did you pay attention to? Did you ignore? Because they be screaming, and we just be like, "Wait, head down." You don't see none of that stuff. Oh my goodness!
Yes.
Right now, what's your red flag? I know I've been.
I mean, no, well, first off, you got to understand red flags is just warning signs that indicate manipulative behavior, essentially.
Mm-hmm.
So anything that is a warning to let you know that this person may exhibit some manipulative behavior, right?
Mm-hmm.
So some things I know one, and I've been married for a while, but just dating in general, I'm like, I feel like when a dude texts you a blanket text in the morning, like "Good morning,
What's a
beautiful,"
blanket text?
just "Good morning, beautiful," and I'll be thinking, do they have a whole? And I'm not saying it's a total red flag, but this is just. Are you texting all your girls? Call
And
me.
you
I don't
know
know.
what? I don't.
Call
And you
me. Call me. Listen, I'm not saying it's. And let me say this: things can be a red flag and not be a deal breaker too. Like if you just got here or
Good
there,
morning.
um, you know. So but that was one of the things I said. And then they always at your place. Like we don't ever go to their place. So yeah,
Right.
so when you're, dating someone and they're sending you a blanket statement, and what I mean when I say blanket statement is just pretty much just the same thing always, "Good morning, beautiful." And I be thinking, like, who do you got just a list that you just copy and paste to send to everybody? Like, and I'm not saying that's not okay every once in a while, but call me. "Good morning, how you doing?" But then not just that.
Ah,
That's just a small look, like I'm like,
you
I
know
wonder
what?
if. It's a
I
wonder
like
if more so, not a red flag, but a wonder if.
I
Again,
like
not
a good
always.
morning text, but I need you to say good morning, Ashanti. You gotta say my name. I'm sorry.
So
Even if
that's
you
what
put
I mean
another
by
girl
wonder.
name in, even if you put another girl name in to her too, I don't care nothing about that. Especially right now because I just care about my text. I don't care about nobody else's
Mhm.
text.
Yeah.
That's how I feel. I know a red flag for me. So for me, that's like I guess I don't care. Some people think that's a big deal too when dating. Like I'm sure if he told you this, if he told you good morning, he told five girls good morning. I don't care as long as I got my good morning. That's how that's how I think right now. Like I don't I'm not worried about other folks.
And we did say dating. So, I mean, again, it just depends on the type of date. But you're right. I mean, like I said, it's it could be just more so like, just
Cause I
watching.
said good morning to a couple of niggas too. They got
Yeah.
the blanket. They got the blanket.
Yeah.
It covers all bases, okay? Covers
Well,
all, yeah. Covers all, yeah. Okay, I know one for me was how do you treat people? Like how you treat people, that's a big red flag for
Mhm.
me. I really like to see how you treat people, how you talk to people. Do you say excuse me? Do you hold the door open when women are coming through the
Yes.
door? Um, are
You
you
tip
tipping? How you
after
tip?
after this,
Like
yeah.
how you treat the waiters, like how you treat people in general. That is a big thing for me. I need you to be able to treat people nice and kind. If you nasty and rude, that ain't gonna work for me. I
Yeah.
don't like you no more in that light, um, at all. Another thing I said was how you. So if a person has kids, if you cancel on your kids to hang out with me, I don't like you. I don't. I don't. If you got your kids for the weekend, get your kids for the weekend. Do not count. If you supposed to take your kids to the movies and I say, oh, you want to do something, you gonna cancel with your kids to hang out with me. I don't want to deal with you because you put your kids to the back burner for a woman. Because I'm gonna tell you, I'm never gonna put my kids to the back burner for you. And that lets me know that your kids are a priority to you. And if your kids are a priority to you, then I definitely appreciate that and I value that in you as a man. So how you treat your kids or cancel on them just to hang out with me, I look at that. in a total. I look at that. That's something big for me.
Yeah, when I said the tipping, we be having our lunch conversations at work, and one of my coworkers was talking about this guy. She said it was only one day because she said he didn't leave a tip, and she said
he didn't leave one.
He didn't leave a tip at all, and one day he was rude. That's rude because he didn't leave a tip and paid with a gift card.
So damn, just like a damn coupon. He might as well have a coupon.
She was like, yeah, she was so disgusted. I think she said she tried to leave something
on a date with her.
And like, yeah, so that's what I'm saying. When you say how you treat people, I'm like the waiters too. Like, that is, I'm not saying that you gotta, if you ain't got 20% or whatever, or 18, whatever that's customary, but something, I think that's the type of people. I want somebody that is, like you said, respectful and kind to everybody, and waiters and waitresses.
Was she limited on her drink consumption? Did she have to only get one drink, or was she able to eat and drink properly?
She said she had I don't think it was nowhere elaborate or anything like that. It was just, I don't know, just a random date or somebody she knew a while ago and went out with them because he was in town, and she, trying to get on, and she was like, no. I don't even know that if he's not blocked. I don't know. But yeah, she was like, that was disgusting to her. Like, ugh. She was like,
I'd have been like, that's disgusting. Liars. I don't like liars. I listen real well.
Yeah.
Oh, I listen on dates. I listen to stories. I ask a lot of questions. You can ask, well, not ask, but who people I've been dating with, they be like, oh, you be wanting to know. I sure do want to know. Don't be lying to me because we're making up stories with me. I want to know. I got questions. I want to know stuff. And they like, oh, you really on top of this. I mean, we're getting to know each other. It's a conversation.
I think too. Go ahead.
Now I'm saying, if you're getting to know somebody, conversing with them, having that conversation, if you start to pick up on lies within the dating phase in regular no reason to lie conversations, that means you're a liar, and I don't want to talk to you. You lie for no reason. Like, you ain't even got a reason to lie to me. You don't even know me yet, and you lying? Nah, it's not gonna work. I'm straight on you. You lied 3 times in an hour. You just said 3 lies in all of 1 hour. I'm good on you, brother.
And then forget the first lie.
That's what I'm saying. You ain't even a good liar. Ooh, that's definitely a no-go for me.
Yeah, I said, like, if you're overly controlling too, like if you're trying to control my movement, my decisions and beliefs, you're more so concerned about that than what is necessarily best for me. You know what I'm saying? You just controlling my movement. And if this is me, if I'm a dating woman, or if I was a married woman, overly controlling.
You still date your husband, though. You still date your husband.
But I mean, that would be a red flag. You trying to control and all of this. I think that you just gotta, that can be a red flag. And so all of these things are candy, you know what I'm saying? Because I think it takes a lot of red flags to say, not at all.
Yeah. But control also for me comes with temper. So what is your temper like? How easily are you triggered? Because if you're trying to control me, 9 times out of 10, things that they have a slight temper that I've witnessed. Controlling people have a little temper. So I'm like, what is your temperament in conflict? How do you react? Are you aggressive when it's an argument or when things don't go your way? Because if they don't go your way in the argument and then you're trying to control me and I see that temperament as well. Are you a domestic?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It can lead to certain things. And I had that physical and emotional abuse. Like, and that can be in the dating scene and you still continue to do it. You know what I'm saying? Unfortunately, so that's, of course. And I think when I say substance abuse, I mean, that's just what you want to say of it. But like, if you can't hold your liquor, and I say liquor, because I know a lot of people.
Oh, yes.
I'm just saying, you grown and you sloppy drunk and you know what I'm saying? You think it's cute. It's not cute. It is not cute.
That's a turn off. I gotta drag your big butt to the car. Somebody gotta help you put you in the car. And then I'm a woman out with you, especially at night.
There.
I don't like when people show off. So for me, when I say show off, really, when I say show off, I mean doing too much. Like you splurging with money, you spending your bill money on stuff, you impressing people who don't need to be impressed. Then the next day you don't got what you're supposed to have, or next week you talking about you hurting because you went out and spent XYZ. And then when in the midst of you showing off, you want to blame me and be like, well, I was doing that because you know when I hung out with you, I felt like I had to keep up. And then I spent all this money. Now I find myself in a position so irresponsible, no money management skills, and you showing off. I don't like nothing about that.
Yeah. Woo, child. And you know what? I did have one.
Oh, oh, what you
Um,
got?
if they negatively affect my relationships with my friends and family. And that all is kind of
Mm,
in that tie in that circle of not, jealous and controlling and all of that. Generally, that kind of goes along with that. They want isolation, don't want you to be, with
yeah.
your friends and family, or make you think because they gaslight you that you crazy, your family or your friends don't mean well by you. I think that is a red flag.
Oh, I
They
like
should
that one a
want to be
lot.
involved,
I
in
like
my
that.
family, my friends. Like I think that's important. So
I like that one a lot. That's a good one to end on because that's very
yeah.
important. When the people you love,
Mm-hmm.
the person you knew you're dealing with is trying to break you apart from the people that you
Mm-hmm.
love. So I like that one. That's a real good one to end on. So, y'all, that is our topic for today. Let us know what you think some red flags are, some stuff that we might have missed. Let your girl know. Y'all know I'm out here dating in the streets. You know what I'm saying? If I need to look out for something that I haven't been looking out for, let me know. Let us the girl know. Um, Tiffany is gonna let y'all know about soul food. She's gonna give you something to feed your soul. So, what you got to get them through the week?
Yes, our soul food for this week is love yourself enough to recognize when your worth is not valued the way it should be. Again,
Mm,
love yourself enough to recognize when your worth is not valued the way it should be. And that was Rena Rose that quoted that. So have to give credit because this quote came from IG, and I don't know. Yeah.
right.
But yeah,
Okay. We already know it's two things that we want you to do when you're listening to Not Just Girl Talk. Number one is refill your cup.
and vibe with Tiffany and Ashanti.